Hey guys, welcome back to whatever this is. And sorry for the long delay. I was sick. I had situations going on with my work, and I kind of fell out of habit of recording. So I'm going to do a quick one to get myself back into this habit. So let's start off with, if you were to retro game, where's the place to go? So anyways, guys, around Christmas time, I got very lucky and walked into what was EB Games, and they had actually a used Xbox Series X, and I ended up picking one up. And what's crazy about this system is how good it is for older games. Now, if you were to tell me that like a few years ago, I would have said you were crazy. But as things have kind of gone and times changed a little bit, the Xbox Series, if someone was to want to start retro collecting, wouldn't be a bad option, to be honest, especially with a lot of the HD collections of like classic series, as that backwards compatibility is pretty cool. Like, one of the coolest features is if you have the disc, you can play the game. Like, you don't have to rebuy it. If you find it for $5 at Value Village or something, go to town. And it upscales everything. And if you have a TV that can take advantage of this, if you have HDR on your TV, it's really cool that they have a feature called Auto HDR, as this tries to give you a wider color spectrum. And it's trying to guess what it would be, and it's really, really good at it. Like, it's really impressive. Like, I have nonstop been playing, like, older stuff. I have replayed through Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep. Got through about half of 1. And now I'm on Kingdom Hearts 2. And I've also replayed through Batman Arkham Origins for the Xbox. Now, that's a unique case. That game, side note, you do need to have the physical disc for it to even work. There's no download copy on the Xbox for, I don't know, reasons. But this is an excellent, excellent system if you were wanting to play older games, as this gives you a massive back catalog. And if you had bought anything over the years that became backwards compatible, it's there. It's yours. Like, I logged into my account, and all the 360 games I had bought 10 years ago that work going forward, activated. And there are some that, like BioShock, that has the regular edition that came out years ago, plus it has that remastered version they did a few years ago. And it's really cool. I'm really impressed with this system, because am I playing old stuff all the time? No, I'm kind of bouncing between this and the Switch a lot. But the Xbox is not a bad choice nowadays, especially because, like, people don't care about Xbox, so Xbox games are cheap, cheap, cheap. Like, you can get them at a really reasonable price at, like, Value Village, because at thrift stores, everyone just ignores it. Like, no one really pays attention to it, which is great. So if you were interested, like, there are original Xbox games that work. There are a few that don't work, which is unfortunate. One of my favorites doesn't work. Jet Set Radio Future, unfortunately, doesn't work. But there are tons of great games that work backwards compatible with this unit. And if you haven't looked at it, it might be worth it just to even take a look online and see, hey, maybe it's worth it to pick up an Xbox, whether it be the Series X or the Series S. Like, I've kind of been in love with this thing. It's been like 4 months since I got it, and I've honestly played it more than my PS5. And it's because it gives me the option to do that stuff. And there are games that for the Xbox One, like Resident Evil 2, has an updated version to the Xbox One X, so it actually plays better on this system. It's fascinating. There's the odd game where it hasn't had the touch-up. One of them would be Assassin's Creed Black Flag, for whatever reason. Just never touched up. Still runs at 30 frames a second at 1080p or 900p, I think it was. Some weird, awkward resolution. So you kind of play it and you're like, oh, this doesn't look good. But for the most part, I'm hoping that these get fixed along the way. And I just want to talk about, like, hey, if you're into retro gaming, it might not be a bad idea to try out this system. Or even just kind of look into it, see, hey, is there a lot of stuff that I can just get in one? Because then you don't have to console it. You don't have to set up all this stuff. You don't have to get any upscalers. It's just plug, play, go. And the upscaling from the Xbox is really good. It's really well designed. this is what I've been up to for the past little while, is just playing on this system. And I'm just a little bit more impressed with it each day, as I can't get over how much better it is than what, honestly, the PS5 is even offering. It's a cool system. I like it. But, like, I don't know. I think the Xbox is starting to get me a little bit. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Yes, I will be back to the regular schedule. Once every 2 weeks, I will throw up a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Wear a mask and get vaccinated when you can. Take care.